Hello everyone, I'm Dylan. Welcome back to Locked. We're attached to host, because we are. Let's look at the door. For the first time since waking up, I no longer feel ease sitting in this chair. Her presence is no longer enough to keep me calm. Her smile, which appeared so charming before, now seems unsettling. Now, I like laying dairy, so this is fine for me. I stand up, the only sound in the room being the rustling of their chain. It was a pleasure talking to you, but I'll take my leave. I was just looking at the door, I wasn't leaving. Fortunately, the chain is quite long. If necessary, the two of us could stand on opposite sides of the room. I make it to the door without requiring her to move in any way. As my head hovers over the door handle, I faintly hear her laugh again. But now is time to doubt myself. I enjoyed the stay while it lasted, now it's time to return home. However, opening the door reveals a solid wall behind it. There was never an exit to begin with. It is beyond your power to escape this place. Eventually, she's just telling the truth. Then I assume the window, a fabrication just like the door. I thought so. Finally aware of my own powerlessness, I sit back down on my armchair. So like everything is, I can't actually leave? How darn. I do wonder, if you could be likened to a bird in a cage, are you a parakeet or an eagle? Probably a parakeet. Am I your companion or Prometheus? I eat your spleen! Are we a pair of parakeets who intend to be in insurance company for the rest of our lives? I mean, if I'm gonna be trapped with somebody, I might as well get along with them. Or will you tear out my liver every day, torturing me for all eternity? Do we regenerate like he does? Is that an accusation? Have I done anything to hurt you? Do you despise me? I do not. The eagle, just like Prometheus, was stuck in an endless cycle. Of course, it was provided delicious liver every morning, and it was never allowed to do anything else. It was a prisoner just like the same. Therefore, Prometheus had no right to hate the eagle. I guess so, but still, if something's eating organs out of you, you're gonna get mad. The real villain who was doomed both of them to that fate was Zeus. For that reason, I harbor no ill will against you either. Right. I find pleasure in our joint suffering. Me to every single one of my friends. The only person I hate is our Zeus. Our Zeus, some kind of god. The person is the reason we are here. The game developer? They are watching us from a space we cannot perceive, far beyond our grasp. Oh, is it me? For what purpose? Enjoyment, I assume. What kind of person would watch something like this for fun? I can only imagine they are a twisted individual. For as long as we are observed, we continue to exist. It is us. It's you! And me! Does that mean we stop existing if they stop observing us? Most certainly. Can you recall anything about your life before coming here? No, in a way I feel as if I am a newborn. So, basically what it's doing is it's telling us that these characters are trapped here, and they're only trapped here because we want to know why they're being trapped here and why I am playing the game. So as soon as I stop playing the game, they don't exist anymore and they are free. But as long as I am playing the game, they are trapped in this world and they can't get away. So it's kind of like I am the one torturing them, but all I did was turn the game on, so my bad. Not in terms of my body or intellect, but rather when speaking about my memories. I have none. Interesting. It's hard for me to decide whether our fate is worse. How so? Are you different? Oh, that does point out a good thing. Would you want to be in this situation not knowing anything, or know exactly why you are in this situation? Like, because of the war, you were chosen to do this, and you knew about stuff about the life outside of the box before they were put in it. So like right now, imagine your life doing all the stuff you do, but instead you get put in this box and you remember all the fun stuff you're doing, all like the playing video games, eating ice cream, running around, doing all that funky jazz music or whatever, and then being only able to talk to a single person in a cage, not being able to escape this forever thing. Or you could be the person that is trapped there with you, but has no memory of what is outside the box. So basically, if you get two pet birds, both of them were both outside birds, you caught them in, and then they had a baby bird. That baby bird stays in the cage with them. That baby bird doesn't know anything about the outside world. All it knows is about that side from the side of the cage. And the two parent birds, they know all about the freedom of the outside, so they're all constantly like wanting to escape. But the little baby bird, all it wants to do is to exist. Confusing, my brain. Ha! I possess memories of meeting you over 1,000 times. Cool! Every single one of our conversations progresses more or less the same way. Perhaps it is because different gods were watching us, but they might have different preferences, but the outcome is always the same. It's possible that the player isn't always me. It could be that I'm meeting people that are identical in every way, and yet not the same. But of course, I've already had this realization many times before that I'm destined to continue having it. It's like, she is living the Groundhog's Day over and over and over again, and Bugs is playing Path of Exile. But they're living over and over and over and over and over. So every single conversation I've had, like, I'd go like this. I go, how many fingers do I have behind my head? And they'd be like 2. And then I'd be like, alright. And then I go 3. And then I go 4. And then I go 6. And they'd know every single time, all and over and over again. So it'd just be like going through the same dialogue over and over and over and over again. You know what's exactly going to happen every single time. There's nothing different each time. That'd be kind of awful. Nothing I can do but play along. Are you sure there's no way for us to break free? There is none. We exist for this very purpose. Our options are continue to being observed or stop existing, and neither of those are under our control. However, lacking control is not the same as lacking power. Even if I cannot break free, I wish to cause or guard a fraction of our pain. So what they could do is they could just stop, not do anything, like a spoiler battle from Undertale. How can you hope to hurt a god, an all-powerful being? By showing them even a greater power, whose mere existence will make them feel as powerless as us. Just like how you are slightly different each time, so is the god watching us. Check my network on all of them, but it might work to some ones. She takes a deep breath and looks at me in full conviction. Not at me, she's looking at my direction, but something much farther away. So she's looking at the player, but she's actually looking at the person, me, who's playing the game. Zeus, the fact that I am still talking means you are still watching. I hope you will pay attention to my words and consider them carefully. I do not possess any privacy, so you already know what I plan to achieve. But surely your pride will allow me to proceed. If my partner are in a bird's in a cage, then you are a cat. It is time for your curiosity to kill you. You are most likely to assume that you are here, that you are observing us out of your own free will. But your free will may be, well, as an illusion. Let me ask you. That's true, because there's like a theory of that the humans we're a zoo, essentially, and we're in the universe, and the Earth is like someone else's bird cage. So imagine the bird cage again with the birds, but inside the bird cage, the birds have a pet, and that continues on and on and on. So it delves deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And like how far up, like we could be in a cage right now too. You just don't know it. Like you could be the baby bird. How'd you find this room? You're gonna answer me. It's not enough to guide your thoughts. You stumble upon this room by chance, or was it recommended to you by a friend? I don't have any friends. Said friend being a god that previously observed us. Now consider. At what point do you have any chance to object? The room appearance or description was interesting enough for you. No, I saw it released, and I saw it was psychological horror, and I was like, yeah, I'm playing that game. I like horror games, but sometimes I don't like them because they're scary. Something outside your control drew you to this place. But that means you didn't really have a choice but to come here. Either an algorithm or your friend deciding our meeting. Your consent was already set in stone the moment your curiosity was piqued. And apparently you are still curious even now. The fact that you're listening to me right now shows that you are powerless against fate. You cannot control your curiosity. See, now if I exited out of the game, it would be because I was like, no, I am in control. But I only am aware of that because that character told me of the situation. And if I continue, I still feel like I'm like, no, I'm in control. But at the same time, I'm not. My brain hurts. It controls you. Of course, you already feel familiar with determination. This could be no revelation to you. So just in case, let me try hurting you a different way. I hate you from the bottom of my heart. Oh. Zeus. For a man may prefer what he can do to what he cannot do. The stays. It says the same thing from the beginning. Though he's just saying with yourself unalterable. John Locke. I wake up. So I'm back at the beginning. Oh. And so the last person they were talking to was like, if you went out and played it, the person they were talking to was to me. Beautiful stranger. She's just not a stranger. Oh, I know you. How do you feel? Very good. Desirable company. Feeling is mutual. My brain hurty. Let's see what happens if I do it all the way over again. Something different? Unlock it? Wait, I can't look at the computer again. I can't go back and talk. I can't click on anything. So like, yeah, name or ice cream. Well, I mean, I've had worse company, and I've been told that people hate me all the time. But I mean, you've been nice to me, so I'm sorry you're in this situation, and I don't believe I can continue or progress anymore. I think all of it's meant to end here. That was a cool little thing, though. But I will grant you your wish and explode you out of existence. And now they are free. Until someone else starts the game up. You monster! Anyways, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you eventually.